After a few years of running this channel, I figured it was about time I properly show you my Boston collection. Welcome to part 1. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. This is part 1 of a series of videos that I will do on my CD and vinyl record collection for the band Boston. Feel free to comment below with your own information and experience. Let's dive in. Okay, so here's item number 1, part of my collection for 29 years and counting. It's a standard Canadian pressing. Here's the number on the side. And here's the CD itself. The back has a plain track listing on a light blue background. By mistake, Rock and Roll Band is marked 260. This is the only track with Jim Mazdia on drums, instead of Sib Hashen. Sib went on to replace Jim after the 6-song demo tape that got the band its contract with CBS Epic. The label wanted Jim out, but mastermind Tom Scholz insisted that Jim played on one song. Here's the inside. It's the same band presentation that was featured in the original record. On to the second Boston debut that I acquired. This is the Master Sound Long Box, a US release from 1993. Found it directly off the shelf at Sam the Record Man in the mid-90s. Master Sound Album Classics commemorated the 10th anniversary of the CD. It says limited edition and it features Sony's then revolutionary 20-bit super-bit mapping process. A poster of the classic band picture is folded and attached inside. The jewel case itself is encased in the middle and does not contain any booklet. The annoying 260 mistake is still present, but who's perfect, you know? What's particularly interesting about this item is the 24-karat gold surface on the disc itself. The picture label is nice without being overly spectacular. Fast forward to 2006, Tom Scholz remastered his masterpiece, working with Bill Ryan and Toby Montaigne. This is another US pressing on Epic Legacy. Right before that reissue hit the market, there was a previous version that came out, at least here in Canada. It contained 2 bonus live songs, Smokin' and Foreplay Long Time. The story goes that Tom did not approve that move, and so that earlier version was quickly pulled off. That remastered CD sounds very good, if a bit harsh at times. There's an interesting essay inside. It includes a precise description of who's actually playing each instrument on each song. Buyers who still thought that Boston was a typical group with all members playing their respective instrument in the traditional sense were in for a surprise. According to Tom's own account, second guitarist Barry Goodrow and bassist Fred Sheehan essentially only appear on Foreplay Long Time and Let Me Take You Home Tonight. That last song, penned by vocalist Bradley Delp, is the only one off the album that was recorded in Los Angeles with producer John Boylan as required by the label. In fact, without Epic's knowledge, Tom Scholz stayed in his home studio in the basement of his house in Boston to re-record the remaining tracks. It must have been around that time that the name Boston was suggested to the band without them being too fond of it. Let's move on. Now a quick overview of the first of 2 vinyl records I own for this top-selling album. Not in the best shape, as you can see. I found it in an antique store close to where I live. There were actually 2 copies for sale. This one with the orange label, which I figured was closer to the first pressing, and another one with another Epic label with a black background. Now a word on this iconic cover. The first ideas presented depicted a Boston lettuce, a can of beans, and a Boston cream pie, respectively. Yep, I'm not kidding. But my current go-to vinyl record is the 2010 reissue on Friday Music. Our fellow vinyl community member Ron Baudry had very good things to say about it sound-wise. So I decided to order it through Music Direct. This reissue features a gatefold as well as the original orange design for the label. With this record, I preciously keep the guitar pick that was given to me after a Boston concert in Boston City in 2016. It's crazy when you think about it. Tom Scholz almost gave up on his recording career in 1976 after countless rejections by every record company imaginable. Now, here's a very special item for me. I won't spend too much time on it since I already showed it a few times before. It was given to me by my great VC friend Robert Z as part of a contest. It's a Blue Spec CD2 pressed in Japan. It contains the 2006 remastered version of the album. Who knows if I'm going to crack the seal on it someday. Finally, I became interested in slowly collecting Boston's 45s when I can. This is the first one that I acquired. A Japanese pressing for More Than a Feeling backed with Long Time. It's fun to have edited versions of those songs. Thank you all for watching. I will be back with more videos on my Boston collection. See you soon.